Hey guys, it's Jessie with Lost Marbles Farm. We're still alive, I promise. I'm sorry we've been so distant lately. We've had way too many things going on and there was absolutely no time at all to even update you. I could not get anything filmed. I've been flying by the seat of my pants. The boys are in ball. They both made all-stars, so now there's practice every night. It gets a little crazy. Those of you that have kids in sports, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to very quickly, because again, it's a crazy busy day, I'm going to go through a little of the updates that have been going on around the farm and let you guys see what's going on. Okay, first thing is I'm fixing to pick all of these ripe strawberries. We've had a ton of strawberries lately. As you can see, the weeds are growing right alongside my strawberries. I've kept them at bay for a long time, but now, because I've been so overwhelmed with everything else, they have kindly started taking over, and that's okay. I kept them all weeded for as long as I could, and then now the weeds are having their way. So I'm going to go ahead and get in here and pick, and we'll see how many I can get. Oh my gosh, y'all. I thought I was never going to get finished. I probably got, well, let me just show you. I had to go back and get a second bowl, and usually I let the kids pick the strawberries, but I had a suspicion that they were leaving a lot on the vine, and sure enough, there was a whole bunch that I had to throw out because they were overripe and rotten. Which, by the way, tip of the day, if you have a strawberry patch and you see a rotten strawberry on there, pluck it off and toss it, because if you leave it on the vine because it's icky and you don't want to touch it, that rot is going to spread. It may touch another strawberry and it'll make it rot too. So always make sure you pull off the rotten fruit as you find it. Anyway, a lot of strawberries. I'll probably freeze these and leave some out for fresh eating. But now we're going to head on over to the blueberries and the blackberries. So this blueberry is the earlier one. I need to pull all those weeds out, but as I said, I'm always behind. So, you know, there's a few on here, but the birds have been pecking them, and so we only get like a handful, just enough to look at that. You see that? Freaking Japanese beetles. And see what they do to your plants. See that? Hate them with a passion. They showed up this week. I'm like, yay, my favorite friends. Said no one ever. So anyway, this blueberry bush is the one that is loaded down the most, but it's later. It blooms later. My thorned variety of blackberry always is ready first. And I've been picking berries off of it for at least probably 10 days or so. So they're not as big as my thornless variety. But, I mean, I'm not going to complain. They're still way bigger than your wild blackberries. So, I'm going to go ahead and pick all these in just a second. Ooh, there's a big one over here. Look at this one. I'm going to eat that one right now. All right. Raspberry patch. Don't judge me, y'all. Covered in weeds. These are the easy to pull grasses. I just haven't had a chance to get to it. Now, I did thin out all these raspberry plants aggressively. Oh, look, y'all, look. Oh, it's my first raspberry. First raspberry, June 10th. Not quite ready to pick, but it's red, and that's all that matters. Anyway, so these I aggressively thinned out, and I'm talking aggressively. These I did not thin out at all, and I just want to show you the difference, like how crowded they are. Hang on, I gotta kill this real quick. Die. Anyway, these are just really thick. I don't like to keep them this thick because their leaves will start yellowing and toward the bottom, and it doesn't breathe as well, so you're more susceptible to getting a fungal disease and things like that. So that's just the reason why they haven't been thinned out is because of time. These are some tomato plants I got from the Amish because I did not grow any tomato plants from seed other than paste tomatoes. And they are growing super strong. Of course, they get the overflow from the chickens and the rabbits flowing down. So I don't even have to fertilize them because they get tons of it. These little peppers are coming along slowly. They like the heat, so they're slow. This is my Elecampane. Beautiful. And look at that little guy right there. That's going to be my first slicing tomato. These are also slicing tomatoes. I can't remember the variety, so y'all just going to have to forgive me. Our onions are getting very, very close. Now, they didn't get as big as I'd hoped, but I'm not going to complain. They're pretty, you know, they're pretty big, just not behemoth, you know. Here's my pretty echinacea. Here are my yellow onions. Some of them got pretty large. Let me show you how big next to my hand. So it's not, I would call it a small onion. Like if you bought small onions, or maybe a medium-sized onion that you get in the store. And then, and I know there's weeds in there, y'all. I'm sorry. It is what it is. This is my soft neck garlic. I'm fixing to harvest it probably in the next week. And this marks our 1-year anniversary that we've had the channel. So it's kind of like a milestone. I'm kind of excited about that. So last year we were harvesting garlic. That was one of my first videos, and now we're fixing to harvest garlic again. There is the hardneck variety. It's not ready yet. This is going to be ready first. Our potatoes are getting close. Very, very close to needing to be dug. See how the plants start to die back? That's how you know they're starting to die back a little bit. So we'll be doing that, digging those in the next week or two. TVEC, that's our local electric company, dumped us a free load of wood chips. So we've been trying to get all these things done. See how the weeds in the rows have taken over. So, but here's rows that we did last year. Now, yes, weeds are slowly coming back, but this is the difference. We cardboard and mulched it last summer. And this row we did not. See how much more work that is? Anyway, here are our tomatoes. Look how big they are. Oh, tomatoes coming on really. These are those paste tomatoes. So that's all. These are all my little baby plants that I grew from seed. And they're just gorgeous. Look how loaded they are. Tons and tons of tomatoes. And all of this are our pickling cucumbers. So we're gonna have a ton of pickles, y'all. But the way my kids eat them, we need them. Oh, and I just skipped right over the peas. So we have 1, 2, and there's 2 more rows back there. And I'll take you down to the other side. We had our okra last year. If you remember some of my videos, remember that wood that was piled up there? It's still there. Speaking of, look what's growing up through the wood cracks. Baby okra that seeded themselves. And you know what? I'm going to let them grow. I'll get some okra because we didn't plant okra. So we'll get some okra off them. Peas. And here are the kids' watermelon patch. This is a strawberry watermelon. Can't remember whose it is. This one is I have no idea, watermelon. Oh, an Alibaba, which were fantastic. If you bought an Alibaba from the kids last year, you'll know. This one is a rattlesnake, which is also a good one. And this is one of Nolan's melons. I can't remember the type of melon. I need to put something on it because it looks like something is having their way with them and chewing up the leaves. Poor Nolan. He's going to have to come out here and check on it. Oh, there's a little black beetle. I don't know what that is. Come back. So, these make some kind of little melons. A new variety we've never grown before. That's a volunteer watermelon. No telling what it is. This one, this is one of Isaac's, and he did not label it like Eva labeled hers. But this is, what is that? Some kind of dead bug in there. Those are Isaac's. And this, I'm thinking, are volunteer spaghetti squash. Because we had a spaghetti squash plant last year, and a few of them rotted on the vine, and they were heirloom plants, so they just seeded themselves. But I may lose the battle because the squash bugs are out here. These are squash bug eggs, by the way. And I've come out here several times killing them, but they still manage to get their way. So maybe I'll get a few spaghetti squash off those. That's the good thing about heirloom seeds, y'all, is that you can get free plants because they'll seed themselves. Speaking of, this is over here by our compost pile. I have no idea what this is, but it started growing, and I'm just going to leave it and see what happens. And our apples. Aren't they beautiful? Our little babies. First time these trees have ever produced. We are so excited. This is our Granny Smith. Wait, no. Yes, Granny Smith. Golden Delicious. Where are my Golden Delicious apples? Oh, here's one. And then my all-time favorite, the Pink Lady. Which it's kind of green looking right now. That one is anyway. There's some more up there. And my bee swarm is doing great. We ended up pulling almost 2.5 gallons of honey already. And this is that volunteer swarm that showed up to my box. So it was like, yay! Very exciting. Anyway, here's our berries again. Loaded with berries. Just gotta wait till they're ready. Anyway, guys, that's the update. That's what's been going on. We have cleared a bunch of pasture and reseeded it, but the seed's still growing. I'll show you that guy sometime. I'll probably just include a little clip of what it looked like when they first cleared it. And I'm going to end with a little short video of our little baby goats playing in their little paddock, because pretty soon they're going to their new homes and we won't have any more babies. So it's always bittersweet. I'm excited about the new homes they're going to, and but I will say the kids have thoroughly enjoyed playing with them, and we're going to miss them terribly. Until next year, we'll have to wait until then to have baby goats again. All right, you guys, take care. Please like, share, and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and give me an update on what's going on in your garden. All right, you guys, take care. We'll see you in the next video.